Hello and welcome to today's workout. Today is going to be a shortened full body workout again. But as usual, first of all we're going to do is we're going to warm up, get our body moving, get your heart rate up and get some blood into your muscles. So what we're going to do is our Tabata. As usual, we're going to start with the jog on the spot. Let's get going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gentle jog on the spot. As usual, if you have problems with your knees, just keep your toes on the floor. Otherwise, we're going to pick our feet up and start to jog on the spot. It's the first round, so you don't need to do anything crazy. Just start to get moving, start to get that blood pumping. So 3, 2, 1, and pause. We're then going to do our touch and reach with two hands. We're going to touch the floor, reach the ceiling with both our hands, slight bend in our knees. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touch and reach as high as you can. Touch and reach up. Really stretch that back up when you get up there. This will start to warm our hamstrings up, activate them for some of the movements today. In 3, 2, 1, and pause. We're going to take 10 seconds again, shake it out, starting to get to move. Then what we're going to do is a knee to elbow. So we're going to bring our knee to our elbow, like so. Don't just put your elbow on your knee like that. Bring it up to your head, touch your head, your finger on your head, and then 3, 2, 1. Right knee to left elbow, and vice versa. So staying still on the floor, this will start to activate your abs. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. Take 10 seconds break, and we're going to go through that all again one more time just to warm up properly. So this will be warming up all of our muscles for today's workout. Let's go jogging on the spot, a little bit quicker this time. Pick your knees up a little bit more. You do want to be properly warmed up, or you're not going to feel great working out. So bring those knees up. 10 more seconds. Remember to breathe throughout your workout. And in 3, 2, 1, pause. 10-second rest. Then we're going to do our touch and reach again. Two hands to the floor and then to the ceiling. 3, 2, 1. Touch and then reach up. Touch and reach up. Try and keep your legs a little bit more straight this time. Touch and reach. Touch and reach. And in 3, 2, 1. And pause. Okay, and the last one again is going to be that knee to elbow. So opposite knee, you're going to touch your temple. Let's say bring your left knee, to your right elbow, and then left elbow to right knee, and so on. So 3, 2, 1. You don't need to jump as you do this. I mean, if you're feeling really fit, you could jump into it, but we're just going to stay static. Really squeeze your abs as you bring that knee up. You want your knees to go as high as you can as you do this. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, perfect. So now we're just going to go through our mobility like we do every time to get the body moving properly to avoid injury. And again, we're going to do our greatest stretch of all time. It's one of the best stretches for that, as the name sort of suggests. So come down onto hands and knees. This is going to stretch our hips, our back, get everything moving nicely. And in 3, 2, 1, we're going to bring our right foot outside our right hand. In fact, I'll do it facing you. Then what we're going to do is bring our right elbow to our right foot and reach to the sky. You should be starting to get familiar with this now. 5 times on the right side, so right elbow all the way down as low as you can. Right hand all the way up to the ceiling. 2 more. 4, and this will start to get your back rotating as well. 5, change hands, or change feet I should say. Hand back down, left foot outside left hand now. I always feel like I have more tightness on this side. Left elbow to left foot, and then reach up. 1, 2. You tend to have one side. 3, it gets tighter. 4, and one more time. 5, probably because we all tend to sit into one side, sit into one hip, or lean into one side as we're driving or sitting at a desk and things like that. Okay, now what we're going to do is our child pose again. If you have a bench or the sofa or a chair, you're going to need one of those today, I should have said. So use that for the child pose. So then we're going to sit back onto our heels, letting our chest fall between our shoulders, breathing out. Come in and out of that 5 times. If you don't have that, you can just do it on the floor, like so, sitting back onto your heels. If your knees get sore, you can put a cushion under them. 1. Nothing wrong with that. 2, 3, 4, and one more time. 5, and really hold this last one. I'm going to hold this for a few seconds. Breathe out. Let your shoulders fall down in between your elbows. Okay, perfect. So last thing we're going to do is our feed the chicken stretch. Again, we have done this one before, but it's a great stretch, so we're going to repeat it. What we're going to do is we're going to step forward onto the heel of one foot and sit back onto our back foot, and then sweep our hands forwards. And then we're going to switch legs and repeat. So we're going to do 10 of those in 3, 2, 1. Step forward onto your heel. Sweep your hands through. Feel that stretch in the back of your front leg. And switch. 2. Remember to keep your chest up. 3. Look forward. Don't let your back sink and round. 4. 5. This will stretch our hamstrings nicely for the workout or mobilize them. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one. And 10. Perfect. So that'll have got our legs warmed up. We're now ready to go into the workout. So what we're going to be doing today, we're going to be starting with our strongest movement. This is called a kettlebell sumo deadlift. So we're going to grab a kettlebell. I would start with sort of a medium weight, but build up to a heavier weight over the weeks because this is going to be your strongest movement of all. And what we're going to be doing, it's called a deadlift because we start with a weight from a dead stop on the floor, and then we lift it up. Fairly self-explanatory. So it's called sumo because we start in this sumo stance. We start in a wide stance, our toes pointing out, kind of like a sumo wrestler. So imagine that sumo wrestler start position. That's how you start this movement. So you start with the kettlebell in between your feet, right in the center of them, like so. You're going to grab onto the handle. You're going to pull your shoulder blades back, get a nice straight back, and then you're going to be standing up with that weight, squeezing your bum. So that's what it looks like front on. And side on with our feet either side of it. So plant your feet, have a little practice with me now. Bum is going to go back, come into that sumo wrestler position. That's the easiest way to remember it. So your bum is back. There's a bit of a bend in your knees. You're ready to sumo wrestle, and then you're going to hold onto that weight. You pull your shoulder blades back, so you don't want to be starting with an arched back, because that will hurt your back. Pull your shoulder blades back, and then stand up. If you struggle to get into that position or with any deadlift, you can put a little bit of a block, something underneath the weight, even a cushion just to lift it up a bit so you can get into that good position with a straight back. You don't want to be starting with a round back because that's how you'll hurt yourself. If you don't have the mobility, you can try widening your feet. If you can't do that, lift it up a bit. So we're lifting from that dead stop, and this will be your strongest movement. So over the weeks, this will be the one you get strongest at. And a lot of people find that they need to get some heavier weights after a few weeks or a couple of months as they get too strong for this. So we're going to be doing 3 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions for this. If you find that's too easy, if you're very experienced, increase the reps or increase the weight. But for most of you, you should be fine with what you've got. So nice wide position, weight in between your feet. Let's get ready to go. Get into that sumo wrestler position. Reach down to that weight, pull your shoulder blades back, feel that tension in the back of your legs build, squeeze your core and stand up. 1, 2, and as you come back down, you just will go back down in the exact same way you came up. 3, the bum goes back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Really squeeze your bum at the top. Pull those shoulder blades back. 9. One more if you can. And 10. Brilliant work. Place that weight down. So we're going to take about 30 seconds rest now, and we're going to go again. Remember, I mentioned this in the previous workout, but your grip may get a bit tired. Your hands may not be used to carrying these heavy things for this long. It will build up over time. So just do be patient. If you're getting really hot and sweaty, you can use some liquid chalk. So you can buy some chalk that comes in liquid form. You rub it on your hands and then it turns into chalk. It's pretty magical. It doesn't go everywhere. That can help with that. So we've got about 15 seconds left. Then we're going to go into our next set. So don't go anywhere too quickly. As I said, if this feels a little bit easy, add extra reps, add 5 reps onto it or increase your weight. But make sure you're using enough weight for this. This is your strongest movement. So place your feet, again, toes pointing out, come into that sumo wrestler position, ready to fight. Grab that weight, pull your shoulder blades back, feel that weight start to lift, and then stand up, squeezing your bum. Lower it down slowly and carefully, back to where you started, and then repeat. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember to keep that chest up and proud. 9, one more rep. And 10. Brilliant work. Place that down. One more round to go. Shake it off. Nice deep breath. And again, it's important to take long enough rest now. If you're finding you're not remotely tired as you get to the rest period in these workouts, you are not lifting enough weight. You should be feeling tired. You should be feeling some muscles start to fatigue as you get there. This is not like a gym class where you just swing around a light weight. It's basically a cardio session. We're not aiming for that. We're aiming to really fatigue and tire the muscles, because that's what will build your muscles back stronger. That's what will increase your metabolism. That's what will increase your bone density. All these things that will help with your health and make it easier to lose weight. You don't get that from cardio. You don't get that from just sort of swinging around a load of light weights for loads and loads and loads of reps. You've got to challenge yourself and use some heavier weights to get the benefits of this low impact strength training. So let's do our last set. Enough from me. Plant your feet, toes out, sumo wrestler position. Weight in between your feet, grab onto it, pull your shoulder blades back, and let's stand up. 1, 2, 3. As you lift it, you can go more quickly. 4, but lower it carefully. 5, 6. Keep that good form. 7, 8, 9. One more. And 10. Okay, lower it down. Brilliant work. So that is our first movement complete. Build up the weight on that each week as you get stronger, or add a few more repetitions on. So our next pair of movements, we're going to need some form of step or chair or small box. It doesn't have to be as big as this one. This is kind of the advanced level. So we're going to need that. And then you're going to need either your lightest or your medium weight. Start with your lightest if you're not sure. We're going to be doing 2 movements back to back now in a superset. So if you don't have a box or a chair, I'll give you an alternative, but this is probably going to be easier for you than the alternative if you've got sore knees. So the first thing we're doing is a box step up or a chair step up. So you can place your box or chair, just make sure it's very secure and safe in front of you. The ultimate aim is to get it so when you step up, you have a flat thigh. Over the weeks and months, we want to build up to that, to stepping up like so. Nice strong step up, plant your foot, really screw that foot in, stand up nice and tall. You don't want to be coming forward and having to swing up like that. If that's the case, find something lower. So it's okay to step on something lower. This is the ultimate place you want to get to. Once that gets too easy, you're then going to be grabbing a weight in at that suitcase position and then stepping up like so. So that's the first movement. If you don't have a box or step or anything like that, you may need to put a cushion down for this, but what you can do is what's called tall kneeling to standing. So you start with this tall kneeling position, bum squeeze, straight front of your body. Then you take a step and stand up, come down, and then just alternate the legs you're stepping with, just like we're going to do on there. You might need to use a cushion for that, but that also works. And then when that gets too easy, you can also hold on to a weight. It's a little bit annoying holding the weight, but you can do the same thing like that. So that's your alternative. And then the second movement we're going to do is called a kettlebell overhead press. So the first one, that's going to be working our quads, our thighs, and also a bit of cardio, so getting our heart going, burning some calories. And then the second movement, an overhead press, we're going to be pressing the kettlebell overhead. This is going to be working our shoulders and our upper body. So for this movement, what we're going to do is grab our kettlebell with the big part facing down. We're going to bring it up to our collarbone. So we're going to have it resting up here. We're going to bring our elbows tucked into the sides. We're going to squeeze our bum and our core and press it above our head with our arms behind our ears at the top, stretching right up. Maybe you want to practice this one with me now, either just with no weight or with a light weight, pressing overhead, bringing it back down. You probably want to start with your lightest weight and then build it up. So we're going to be doing 3 sets of 8 to 10 of each. So build this up over the set. So we're going to start with our step ups. I'll do it with no weight first, and then the next round I'll show you with weight. So we're going to come in front of our box, and in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we're going to step up left foot first, all the way up, and then back down the same way we came up. Then we're going to switch legs. Now we're going to do right leg, step up, back down, that's 2. Left leg, up, that's 3. Right leg, up, 4. We're going to be doing 8 to 10 on each leg, so there's going to be 16 to 20 total. So 5, I'm going to count the total reps. 6, 7, come down carefully. 8, keep your torso upright, brace your core. 9, 10, if you're feeling really fit, you can do a few more and go faster. 11, 12, 13, remember to keep swapping your legs. 14, 15, 16, nearly there, 4 left. 17, it's a bit of a leg burner this one. 18, keep pushing, don't slow down, you can do this. 19, and 20. Okay, finish them up, and then straight into our overhead press. So I'm gonna plant our feet just widen the shoulder width apart, grab our kettlebell, and bring it up quickly as you can. Bring it up to your chest, collarbone position. Tuck your tailbone under, squeeze your core, and then press it overhead. 1, keeping those elbows tucked in close. 2, lower it carefully, push up quickly. 3, 4, you're going to push your head through at the top. 5, so clear your head and then push your head through. 6, 7, 8, couple more if you can. 9, and 10. Okay, brilliant. Put that weight down. 30 seconds rest, and then we're going to go again with those step ups. So the second movement is a little bit less breathing heavy, I should say. The first movement's a little bit more taxing, so we can kind of recover on that one, take a short break, and then we're going to go again. So we're going to go again in about 20 seconds. If you have knee pain with that, stepping up, lower down the box a bit, or you can do something like a lunge or a squat instead if you really, really do struggle with that. If you found that easy, you're going to be doing it with a weight this time. So you're going to hold on to a weight. I suggest switching the weight between your arms halfway through. So I would start with your weakest hand, and we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Step up. Remember to alternate your legs. 1. So hold that weight like a suitcase. 2, 3, 4. Remember, we're doing 16 to 20 total. 5, keep moving. 6, yes, it takes a bit of coordination, but that will come over the weeks. 7, 8, 9, 10, keep going. Swap your weight around if you're doing it weighted. 11, whoa, 12, try not to trip. 13, 14, 15, 16, keep that torso up. 17, keep looking straight ahead, no leaning forward. 18, 2 more if you can. 19, last one, and 20. Good work. Okay. Take a deep breath, shake it out, come straight to your kettlebell. We're going to go into that overhead press now. So big deep breath, shake it out, pick it up. You can do this. Bring it up to that collarbone and plant your feet. And in 3, 2, 1, press it overhead. 1, 2, nice and control. 3, you can push up quick, but lower it slowly. 4, remember to push your head through at the top. 5, halfway. 6, keep squeezing above the nerves. 7, all the way up and all the way down. 8, nearly there. If you can, 2 more. 9, and 1 more. 10, good work. Okay, lower that down. You should be feeling a little bit of burn in your shoulder. As I said before, if you're getting to this point and you could do another 20 reps, you need to step the weight up. You're not going to get benefit from the workout if you're not finding it hard. It's not one of those workouts where we do 40, 50 reps, we do a whole minute on with a light weight and there's a really big burn, but actually you're not lifting much. That was not the same thing at all. So we're going to take 30 seconds rest. Then we're going to do our final set. If that was a bit easy, step the weight up for this one. Grab a heavier weight. If not, that's totally fine. Build it up over the weeks. You know, you've got time. It's a marathon, not a sprint, losing weight and achieving all these things. It doesn't matter if it takes a little bit longer. It's better to not get injured and keep consistent than to go to rush lifting too much and hurt yourself. So let's go, final set. Pick that weight up again if you're using a weight, otherwise just use body weight, totally fine, and let's go. Step up and carefully down. 2, be really slow and deliberate on the way down. 3, you get a lot of benefit from the way down and it will build a lot of muscle. 4, if you go slowly and carefully. If you come down, you'll just slam into your joints and you'll hurt them. 5, 6, remember to keep alternating your legs. So right foot up, then left foot up. 9 and 10. Whoa, wobbly there. Switch arms and then continue. 11, keep looking straight ahead, it'll help with balance. 12, you can put your arm out if it helps you. 13, 14, 15, 16, keep going if you can. 17, keep your core braced, keep your body upright. 18, 2 more. 19, feel that burn in your legs, last one. 20, good work. Okay, deep breath, shake it out. Let's come straight over to our kettlebell for our last round of the overhead press. So breathe, pick up that kettlebell, bring it up to your shoulder, to your collarbone, and in 3, 2, 1, squeeze your bum, press overhead, push your head through at the top. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, last round of this, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. Good work. Lower that down. So take a quick break, grab a drink of water. I will explain the next movement. So you probably want your medium or light weight for this one. And what we're going to be doing is a superset to 2 movements back to back. We're going to be doing an upper body push and an upper body pulling movement to balance out those 2 muscle groups. So we're going to be doing a row, this time a single arm row, so rowing with one arm, and then into a push up. But don't worry, I'll give you lots of variations. You don't need to be able to do a full push up. We can build up to that over time. So the first one is a row. Now, if you have a bench or a chair, you can use that to support your back. So I would suggest doing this. So you can either use the full length of the bench like this, put your back knee on it, and your same hand, so left knee and left hand on it, bring the weight to one side, and then what you're going to be doing with the nice straight back is pulling that in towards your hip, elbow up to the sky, really squeezing your shoulder blade back as you pull it up. Then you can change direction or go on the other side and do the other side. Or if you only have a chair or the end of the sofa, you can lean like this. So instead of having your knee up, your legs down, left hand is still on it though. Grab the kettlebell with the right hand and then keeping nice flat back, pull it in towards your hip. You can also do it freestanding, so you can also rest. If you don't have anything, you can rest on your front knee like so. So we're going to be doing 8 to 10 on each side. So then we're going to change sides, do the same on the other side, pulling it in to our hip. And then we're going to be doing our push-up movement. So you need your mat. I'll pull mine back slightly. Now, the ultimate is obviously going to be doing a full push-up. So tucking your elbows into your sides, coming down to your chest touch the floor, and then pushing up. But we don't need to start anywhere near there. We're going to get there eventually. What we're going to do to start with is just to start with our hands and knees like so. We're going to bring our toes back or our knees back and just as far as we can and do a push-up on our knees. I'll give you another alternative if that's also too tough. But the closer your knees are to your hands, the easier it is. And it's okay to start here and then slowly work your knees back until you're doing a longer knee push-up. Then you can graduate into the full push-up. And when you do that, you don't have to go the whole way. You can go half the way and build up to the whole way. But to begin with, I would suggest either doing it on your knees. Really squeeze your core. Again, no saggy bananas, no hips up in the air. Straight line, pushing down. Keep your elbows tucked into your sides and pushing up. You want your elbows in like so, not out like that, like a goalpost, because that will really hurt your shoulders. That's the old school way. We want to avoid that. If all of that is still a bit much, you can start with a wall push-up. So placing your hands on the wall, just widening your shoulders, walk your feet out just a little bit, your hands sort of just below shoulder height, and then come in, keeping your elbows tucked in, and push back like so. That's totally fine. As you get better, you can then start to work onto a slightly lower surface like this, or you can come onto your knees. So pick your variation now. You can practice a few different ones throughout this. We're going to go to failure on that, so we're going to do as many repetitions as we can in that position, but somewhere between 8 and 10 is sort of ideal again. So let's start with our row first of all. We're going to plant our left hand on our object, our sofa or chair. Left foot is going to be forward, right foot is going to be back, and then we're going to row with our right hand. So pick up the kettlebell in your right hand, plant your left hand, and then pull that into your hip, bringing your shoulder blade back. So that's 1, 2, keep your body completely still. 3, 4, brace your core. 5, nice and controlled. 6, 7, 8, 2 more if you can. 9, and 10. Good work. Okay, we're then going to change sides. So we're going to have our right foot forward, our right hand on the object. Our left hand is going to be on the kettlebell. I know you can't see it so clearly, but then we're going to be pulling that into our hip. So 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep that elbow close to your side, brushing your side. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1 more. 10. Good work. Really pull that elbow towards the sky. Okay. Now we're going to be coming onto our push-up. So either your wall push-up, your knee push-up, or your full push-up. Come down onto hands and knees or against the wall. Place your hands just wider than shoulder width apart. Come onto your knees or your hands. And in 3, 2, 1. Keep that body nice and braced. We're going to come down as low as we can and push up. 1. Nice. 2, 3, 4. So the aim is to do as many as you can until you can't do any more with good technique. 5 or 8 to 10 if you can do that many. 6, 7, 8. Keep those elbows into your sides. 9, pull your shoulder blades down on your back. And 10. Good work. So we're going to take 30 seconds rest now. Shake it out, and then we're going to go again. And you may be wondering why there's not loads of core work. Often a lot of programs are all about abs and core. Well, first of all, you're going to get lean on your stomach by losing body fat. And that comes from the combination of the right amount of activity, including steps and exercise, and from the right nutrition. It doesn't come from working that. That just builds more muscle there. But if you can't see the muscle, it doesn't make a difference. So we don't do as much core at the beginning, but we do start to add more in over the weeks. We do a little bit, but movements like the push-up, like the squat, like the lunges, like the step-ups, we want to be engaging our core anyway. So we are going to be actually working it, just not necessarily doing dedicated core exercise all the time. So let's do our next step. So place your left hand on the bench, right hand on the kettlebell, and row it into your hip. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, remember 8 to 10 is the aim. 6, 7, brush your side with your elbow. 8, 9, and 10. Okay, brilliant work. Switch sides, right foot forward, left foot back, right hand on your bench, and let's go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, couple more if you can, 9, and 10. Place that down. Okay, straight into your push-up now. Let's keep it nice and snappy. Down to your hands and knees or against the wall. And in 3, 2, 1, let's go. To failure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep those elbows in. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good work. We have one more round to go. We're going to take 30 seconds and then finish our final round. So deep breath. Shake it out. Come back towards your kettlebell for your row. Set it up. Get ready. 15 seconds left. Okay, 10 seconds. Place your arm there. We're going to get straight into this one. Left arm, left foot forward. Right hand is going to grab the kettlebell. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Row into your hip. 1. Brush your side with your elbow. 2. Squeeze your shoulder blade back. 3. As you lift it. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Brilliant work. Place that down. As soon as you're done, and then change sides. Right hand and right foot forward. Left hand now grabs the kettlebell. And in 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Brilliant work. Place that down. Straight into your push-up. Let's finish strong. Onto your hands and knees or up against the wall. Plant your hand under your shoulders. Up onto your feet or onto your knees. And in 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going if you can. 6, 7. Keep that strong position. No bananas. 8, 9. One more. Come on. And 10. Stand on up and shake it out. So that just about wraps it up for today's workout. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to stretch off if you've got time, and I will see you in the next one.